If you're looking for a way to start an online business as a side hustle, but you don't have a lot of time, then a membership business might be right for you. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you why and the how of setting up an online business, specifically a membership business. But before we get started, please go ahead and hit that like button and click the subscribe button and click that little bell icon. And if you would, share the video as well, because all those things really help us with the algorithms and we really appreciate it. Let's start with that why. The real reason that I push online business so much, especially if you're starting out as a side hustle and you don't have a lot of time, is because of the leverage of time. Now, you can record a video, much like what I'm doing right now, and you can use it over and over again, whether it's a free item or you're selling it as part of a training session or training package. You can sell that over and over again, but you've only had to record it once. Likewise, you can create a workbook, an ebook, some sort of downloadable checklist, or something that you can either use as a giveaway where you're giving that away for something like for them to join your newsletter, or you're selling it on your website. We call these evergreen products. That means that you create them once and you get to use them over and over again, and they typically do not age. In other words, you can use them into the future, well into the future. And so it's really important that when you're thinking about an online business, that you think about something that isn't going to require a lot of time and effort, especially if you're doing this as a side hustle, because after all, you want to have a life as well. You don't want to work all day at your 9 to 5 and then come home and work till midnight, work really hard. Now, with that being said, I will say that setting up any type of business, whether it be a side hustle or a full-time business, you're going to have to spend some time initially in the beginning to set things up. You're going to have to think about the product. You're going to have to think about the service. You're going to have to think about the platform that you're going to deliver it through. There's a lot of things to think about and set up. But you know what? If you can't eat the elephant all at once. So if you take little bites at a time and you start off with the logical progression, you can work through in a couple of weeks and have a business up and running. Probably the most intensive part of a membership business is going to be doing some sort of video content like I'm doing right now, because you're going to have to sit down and talk to a camera. And if you're uncomfortable with that, then I recommend you spend some time getting used to talking to the camera. I look right at the camera as if I'm talking to you as a person standing there or sitting there right in front of me. And so over time, you will get more used to looking in that camera. Don't think that I started out looking at a camera and being able to talk the way that I am now. First of all, I didn't have a microphone. I didn't have a nice camera. I didn't have light rings and so forth. In fact, if you go back and look at my early videos on YouTube, you'll understand where I came from. Okay. The other thing that I want to share with you is that you need to keep it simple. You don't need to do everything. You don't need to have everything in place to get started. You just need to get started. How do you do that? Well, I would recommend that you start creating some content that's interesting, valuable, and relevant to the audience that you're going after. Now, this video, for example, I'm posting out on Facebook, but I also use it on YouTube and otherwise. The important thing is on YouTube, I'm using this as a training platform where people can come to my content and get information to get started on their business, specifically online, specifically a membership business. Now, let me explain to you why I am so interested in a membership business. Now, a membership business, basically, you're offering some sort of value to your customers on a weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever the case may be, whereas they are going to be willing to part with money each month to receive the valuable information that you're providing. For example, in my business, I have the Founder Circle, where you can join and be part of a group of entrepreneurs, and you get to use the collective mind of people. You can throw out in our members only area, you can throw out a question, or you can talk about an idea that you have, and you use the collective mind. But also, You can offer something like I do, which is regular mentoring throughout the month. And there's other things that as well that I give access to in my membership, like the training platform, which you can pay for the training one-off, or you can pay the monthly fee and have access to the resource library that I have of downloadable products. You can also have access to my training and so forth and so on. The cool thing about a membership program is that you can, again, leverage your time because you're helping a multitude of people for a fee each month, but you're only having to do one thing. So for example, I do a video session, a mentoring session, and it's roughly an hour long. That is an hour that I'm spending online, and I'm talking to the customers, the members of the group, and I'm sharing that information that I've brought to the meeting that week. And I may be taking questions from the customers, the members, and they're paying for that each month. The cool thing is, I only have to do that 1 hour a week. Now, obviously, there may be some time where I'm preparing material or I'm putting together a worksheet or something that I want to give away or I'm selling on my platform. But this is a divergence from doing traditional coaching or mentoring or consulting or some hybrid thereof. Because if you're a coach or you're an educator, a teacher, and you're doing one-on-one sessions, you only have so many hours in a week based on your schedule. So if you're doing this as a side hustle, that means you're only doing this in the evening time after you've left work. And that would mean that maybe at best you have 3 hours a night, which means you're limited to 15 clients a week. And clients cancel and ebb and flow. So you're constantly going to have to deal with that churn. And so you're going to have to continue to put out content like I'm doing with this video and creating interest in the product or service that you're offering. Now, what I offer is mentoring and training. When I started my first business in 2000, and actually the business was conceived in my brain in like 1999, I started a business having an undergraduate degree in business management, business administration specifically, but it doesn't mean that I knew everything about business. In fact, I probably knew 10% of what I needed to know. And I ended up in a mentoring group, and this was something I had to physically go to once a week or once a month. I don't remember now what it was, but I had to pay this very large fee. It was something like $1,000 a year to be involved with this membership group. It was very expensive. And there were only 12 people, 12 customers, members in each group. And the leader had multiple groups that they were running throughout the week. Obviously, that leader was making really good money each month because of the leverage. But the point I'm trying to make is here, what I'm doing is I'm creating a video talking about a specific topic, and then I'm offering more drilled down versions of what I'm discussing in my membership and in mentoring groups that I have, which is called the Founder Circle. The important thing here is the time leverage. Again, I don't have 15 hours a week. When I was doing one-on-one coaching sessions, I typically did 5 to 6 coaching clients a day. So it was between 25 and 30 coaching clients a week, and I did that each week. So as you could see, that's 120 hours a month. That's a lot of time and energy, and sometimes my voice would go because I was talking so much. So the simplicity of it, the genius of a membership product is that you can create information one time. And when I do my coaching sessions, my mentoring sessions in a group setting where I have all of my customers that are able to show up, I'm recording that. And then after that's over, I'm providing that video on the members platform. So if anyone missed it or they couldn't make it or they had to bail early or they came in late, they have access to the full video in the archive where they can go and watch it over and over again. And that's really good with the trainings as well. I have over 15 hours of training just on how to start a business from ideation, idea, all the way to the end where you have a business plan. And that is part of my platform. Now you can buy that training for $199 and use it as many times as you want. And there's all sorts of downloads and there's tools and everything that are involved with that. It's very complicated, almost 15 hours of training. And I can't even begin to tell you how long it took me to develop that. If the actual video time is 15 hours, it probably took me 100 to 200 hours to combine everything over time, the resources and everything I had to put together. And so I made that one time and I can use it over and over again. Now, obviously, that is a very complex master class. I also offer, mini trainings, mini workshops where they're usually 45 minutes to an hour. The most it would be is 3 hours. And I do those over a period of days and I record that. And then I put that on the training platform. So if you're looking for a way to start an online business, again, as a side hustle, then what I want you to do is think of ways that you can take your knowledge, your experience, what you're passionate about. Maybe it's a hobby or something that you do creatively, and see if there's a way that you could share that information with an audience. There are people out there interested in all sorts of things. In fact, I use this example quite often in the past, and I'm going to go ahead and use it again because I came across it one time. There's a guy that has a membership business and they teach people how to do handstands. Who would have thunk it? Who would have known? There are people that do yoga, they do meditation, they teach how to have gratitude journeys, all sorts of things: motivation, inspiration, coaching, mentoring, teaching, physical weightlifting or some sort of bodybuilding, nutrition, whatever it is that you have an expertise in. Maybe it's your knowledge or your skill, and knowledge could be your education, skill could be beyond education, something that you've done over time, something that you are interested in. You have to be interested in this or it isn't going to work. And the passion really goes with that interest. Knowledge, skills, and passion are really important when starting a business. A lot of times I see people ask questions like, what's an easy business to get started and make a lot of money? That would be none, because business requires work. Now, I'm offering an opportunity to explain to you how to start an online business, specifically a membership business, where you can leverage your time. And I can tell you right now, most people that do this as a full-time gig, like myself, you can end up spending 10 to 20 hours a week on your business, and you're making money whether you're on vacation, whether you're sleeping, whether you're walking your dog, you're playing with your kids, or you're actually talking on a video. So when you look at that, and the cool thing is you can almost estimate what your revenue is going to be each month. When people talk about making money each month, the thing that drives me crazy is when you hear someone say, you can make $10,000 in the first 30 days of business. Let me explain something to you. $10,000 means nothing. They could have said $1,000 a month. The question I always ask is that net or gross? Meaning, is that before your expenses and taxes are taken out or after your expenses and taxes are taken out? So you have to ask, is that gross revenues or net income? Net is after all the expenses and taxes are considered. And let's face it, you getting paid is part of that expense if you're running a business. So when you hear someone say you can make $10,000, I always say, well, what was the cost of that? What was the overhead? You pay for your internet, you pay for maybe Zoom, or you have a website each month, or you have some other product or service, or you each time someone does a a credit card transaction, you're losing money to the fees. All of that comes out of whatever you're generating as income. Your sales could be $10,000, but your net, what you're going to walk out of the bank with, is totally different. So keep those things in mind. With that being said, if you were to have, let's say, 10 customers, 10 members, and you're charging $20 a month, well, do the math, that's $200 a month. Now, most membership businesses run between, let's say, $20 and $50 a month. Mine happens to be a little more higher because I do offer more options and more robust information. My desire, my goal is to provide information to my members that help them to not just think about a way to start a business, but to actually start the business without a lot of money out of pocket, because that's really key. And a lot of the stuff that I talk about is how to get started with very little money out of your pocket at all. And in fact, there's a video, I'll try to link that below this one, where I actually talk about that. But you could see where you leverage your time. You spend an hour a week, and each time you have a new customer, you get another $20 or whatever it is you're charging. So yes, you could make $10,000 a month in membership fees and then take out whatever it's going to cost you. I can tell you right now that I probably spend less than $200 a month on my overhead, and that is really the internet and my website and the processing fees and my Zoom membership. Those four things really is less than $200. And if you're making $10,000, that means that your net profit is what, $9,000 some dollars, $9,800, $9,800. Now, I want to be clear, that is not a guarantee. Obviously, you have to have something that people are interested in. Maybe you're teaching someone how to knit and you're recording yourself doing, a knit pattern, or you're teaching someone how to paint, or whatever. I don't know what your skill is, but if you can come up with a membership idea, or maybe you're not going to do membership per se, where you're doing teaching or you're doing some sort of coaching or mentoring, maybe you want to offer a training platform. It gets a little more complex because you're going to have to set up the training videos over time. My recommendation, if you're going to go that route, is to offer some mini workshops where you charge little to nothing, record yourself teaching that, and then put it on your training platform for sale. Those are just some thoughts. So in a nutshell, you need to look for a business idea where you can leverage your time and your effort, because the idea is to work smarter, not harder. We would love for you to work less, give more, and spend time with your family. And above all, find an idea that you can keep very simple. You don't need to have 1,600 bells and whistles. We're talking about a Toyota versus a Lexus. You don't need to drive the Lexus or Mercedes right off the lot. You need to start simple and work your way up. Hope this has been helpful. If you'd like some more information, go ahead and check out our website. I'm going to try to put a link below of that video I was talking about. And if you're interested in learning more about the Founders Circle, go over to our website, MaximumChange.com, find out all the information that we have there on that. Maybe check out some of the other videos. Again, like and follow, and hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you can be informed the next time we do another video like this. Hope you have a great day. Stay well, stay safe, keep smiling, keep going. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and follow us buttons.